this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you could play a song called February 7 by the Avett Brothers. And we're going to end up capoing this on 4th fret to match the recording. We're going to walk through some things in root position. And we start off on a C major chord. And when we play C major, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string, 2nd fret, and third finger on the A string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now, a lot of times on C's, it can be kind of cool to lift off the first finger and make that a C major 7. Or you could take the pinky and add it in on the B string 3rd and make that a C major 9. And from that C chord, there's this cool little walk down, and you even could do something called a C/B chord, where you take your 2nd finger and kind of go to the A string 2nd fret and kind of lift off the 3rd finger on the C chord. And you can kind of fake it that way, or you could take the pinky and add it on the B string 3rd fret for almost kind of a G/B sound, or a G major chord with a B in the bass kind of idea. Or you could actually make the change to a G major chord. And the way you play a G major, first finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, second finger goes to the low E string on the 3rd fret, and third finger goes to the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now, you may also want to think about putting the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret, pinky on the high E string 3rd fret, kind of working that for your G major. And then from the G, we're going to go into an A minor chord. We play A minor. First finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the D 2nd, third finger on the G string 2nd. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And you may also want to think about lifting off the 3rd finger and making that an A minor 7, or taking the pinky and going to the high E string 3rd and kind of working that as an A minor 7. And then from the A minor, we go back to our G major chord. Through that part, it's really kind of around that bass idea of kind of the 3rd fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the A string, open A, and then 3rd fret on the low E string. And if you were going to follow that bass line through, then you go to 1st fret on the low E string, and then 3rd fret on the low E string. So it's kind of this idea of kind of a C, B, A, G, F, G. So we start off with that C, G/B, A minor, G, but then we go to an F major chord. And then we play F major. First finger normally, and we'll talk about an easy way to play this too, but normally you do your first finger across the entire 1st fret, second finger on the G string 2nd, third finger on the A string 3rd, and the pinky on the D string 3rd. And if you strum all those together, it sounds an F major chord, and it sounds really happy. If you're just starting out or you just want to avoid bar chords, a good substitute for that is something called F major 7, where you do the first finger on the B string 1st fret, second finger on the G string 2nd fret, and third finger on the D string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7 chord, and it sounds really groovy happy. And from the F, we go back to our G chord, and then you'll kind of hear in the bass, especially on the intro, where you could play open A to lead back to 2nd fret on the A to lead back into the C note. So you might want to kind of think about kind of following that bass line, kind of that C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, A, B, C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, A, B. Or you can kind of fill in time by using some strum patterns. And you could even use kind of a down idea through this, kind of a 4 down on the C, 4 on the G/B, 4 on the A minor, 4 on the G, and then doing kind of an 8 count on the F, and then an 8 count on the G. And I'm adding a little bit of muting to that. C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G. So you want to play around with that. Or one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you took the C and just tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So the weird part through that intro is most of our chords half actually until we get to the F. So you could do just a down, down, up on those chords. A minor down, down, G down, down up, and then the F down, down, up, down, up, G down, up, down, up, C down, up, G/B, A minor, G, F, down, up, G, down, up. Or a cool variation of that could be kind of a down, down, up idea on the whole pattern. So you could have the C down, up, G/B, A minor, G, F, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, G/B, A minor, especially in the outro and in the bridge part, or you may want to do kind of a long down, down, down on those for the pattern. So you have kind of the C down, G/B, A minor, G, and then kind of a long down, 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 G down, 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 C, G/B, A minor, G, F down, 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 G down, down, down. And that's basically our chord progression through most of the song until we get to our bridge part. On our bridge, we start on the C, but then we go to an E minor chord, and we play E minor. First finger goes to A on the 2nd fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And then from the E minor, we'll be going to a D minor chord, and we play D minor. First finger goes to the high E on the 1st fret, second finger on the G string 2nd fret, and the third or the 4th finger on the B string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D minor chord, and that sounds really, really sad. And then from the D minor, we go back to our G major chord. So through that bridge part, you could kind of work that is kind of that 8 down count on each one. Or you could do the down, down, up, down, up, kind of D minor, down, down, G, down, down, up, down. You can do that variation down. Let's see, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down. Or you may want to feel that as that long down, down. I think matches the feel a little better through that part. D minor, G. Now the weird part is to play along with the Avett brothers. Instead of starting on a C major chord, they're starting on an E major chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take the capo, and if you hit the capo on 4th fret, then now your C is really an E major, your G major is really a B major chord, your A minor is really a C sharp minor, and the F is really an A major chord, and the E minor is really a G sharp minor, and D minor is really an F sharp minor. But to take it from the very beginning, we kind of have that intro part. You could work kind of that down idea if you wanted to, and kind of work the muting in. G, F, or you can do the down, down, up, down, up, or you can work those other variations. G/B, A, G, F, G. And then from that intro, then we go into our first verse. And one other thing I'd think about adding to the song, though, is bass notes. A lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, or the down, down, up, you could throw in a bass note for the chord. Oh, or the bass down, down, kind of idea. So on the C, you'd have the A for the bass. On the G/B, you'd have the A for the bass. Normally on the G, you'd have the low E string for the bass. And on the A minor, you'd have the A string for the bass. On the F, you'd have the low E string for the bass, if you're doing the bar F. On the F major 7, you have the B for the bass. On the E minor, you have the low E string for the bass. On the D minor, you'd have the D for the bass. So we could try and add basses to that, and you could kind of work it as kind of a bass, down, up, 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 down, up, bass, down, up, down, up, C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, or you can play around with those other strum patterns too and kind of find a way to work for you. A minor, G, F, G, C, G/B, A minor, G, F, or you may want to throw in that A, B to kind of lead back too, actually. That can be kind of a cool way to kind of work it too. And you may have to cheat that strum pattern a little bit to get that to work. And on that last G with a bass, down, up, A, B, C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, or just a bass down up, actually, that feels better to kind of get that in there. Although I think it's a little bit faster in the recording, and kind of almost like a rushed A, B. So I want to kind of play around with that idea too. It'd be kind of cool to kind of get that bass line in there. And then from there, we repeat that 4 times for our verse, and then we do a big stop time kind of on an F major chord, and then a big stop on the G chord, and then from there, then we go back into kind of our intro progression. It's kind of that G/B, A minor, G, F, G, minor, G, F, G, and we have kind of our C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, C/B, A minor, G, F, G. And then we got kind of a big stop time on the F, and then a big stop time on the G. But then we go into our bridge part. So we got kind of our C, E minor, G, or you may want to kind of do that long down, 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 up. E minor, D minor, G. And then from there, then we go into our chorus progression, which is exactly like our verse. So we're back to our C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G. You might want to kind of mix it up between those strum patterns. Actually, that can be a cool way to kind of see what you can say with it too. We go into a chorus tag that's exactly like our intro. Kind of back to our C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G. Now, if you know other licks around these chords too, feel free to kind of take this lesson and embellish it any way you want to, and kind of make it your own. And then from that chorus tag, then we'd be going into our verse part. So kind of back to our main progression again. It's C, G/B, A minor, G. In this, but you could kind of make this a fingerstyle idea. And normally, if you're doing fingerstyle, you'd use your thumb for your basses, kind of the E and the A and the D string. And a lot of times, you could line up the index finger on the G string, middle finger on the B string, ring finger on the high E string. And if you're kind of digging on this, you could kind of take the C and kind of do a thumb, middle, index, ring. Actually, could be kind of a cool pattern to kind of work through the song. Kind of a thumb or a bass, B, G, E is kind of the main idea. And if the weird part would be kind of following the bass notes, and you could kind of double that. Well, you do it one time for every chord until we get to kind of that F, and we do it twice, and then on the G we do it twice. So you'd have C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G. And then you can kind of do that stop time on the F, stop time on the G, and then we go right back into our chorus part. So we're back to that C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G. Or you could do the G pattern one time and then throw in the bass line. That could be kind of cool too. C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, A, B, C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, A, B, C, G/B, A minor, G, F, G, A, B. So you want to kind of play around with that. And at the very end, actually, we kind of have almost like an extended G idea until we go into our outro part, which is kind of like our bridge part. So you could even try that with the fingerstyle, kind of the C, E minor, D minor, G, C, E minor, D minor, G, and then we have kind of a big C chord at the very, very end. But that's the basics of how you can strum through February 7 by the Avett Brothers. So good luck!